Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. A couple of weekends ago I got a whole bag of eucalyptus, which if you don't know what that is, it's a gorgeous, beautiful greenery kind of plant that in most cases have a fragrant smell, and it's really like this light green, sagey color, and just the shapes of these leaves, I just like it so much. Anyway, it was such a treasure getting all of this eucalyptus from a lady that I didn't even know, who grows a bunch of it in her backyard. So it's just mind-boggling that people have access and such abundance of this plant. Anyway, I got a whole bunch of it, and then we used it for my sister's bridal shower this past weekend, and I brought it all home in this garbage bag because I just can't let it go. And I actually think that I'm able to dry it for some tea because it still has the smell. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to dry this eucalyptus tea, because I've had some tea with eucalyptus and it was delicious. So it must come from this plant. Yeah, it even smells like it. So I'm going to go ahead and dry some of it in my oven for tea, and then I'm also going to use some of it in decor around the house, and hopefully it dries well and will keep for a couple of months in our house. First, get it all out. I'm going to dry this how I normally dry all of my herbs or foraged goods, which is just picking the leaves, oh it smells so good, and plopping them on a sheet, putting them in my oven and drying it at the lowest temperature, and kind of just coming back regularly and feeling when it is crackly or snaps easily, then I know it's dry, and I'll put it in a jar and store it for some teas later on and see what kind of mixes come out of this delicious eucalyptus. So I'm gonna look for the stems that are kind of not gonna be as pretty for decor and dry those, and then keep aside the nice ones, obviously, so that they look nice in the house. This one variety has enough to fill up 2 trays, so I'm going to start with this and then I'm going to come back with the other variety. Leaf to show you, but it's kind of got a shape that's more like a ace, pointy tip and kind of a round body shape. So see that the willow kind is very distinctly willow, and when you use it in arrangements and bouquets, it does kind of droop down just like a willow tree would, and its shape is long and pointy at the end. Now I checked back on these leaves a couple of times, and they took much longer to dry than any of the other herbs I've ever done before, probably because their leaves are quite thick and gummy, so it will just take longer to dry. So while that dries, I'm I'm gonna continue on with decorating the house. I had lots of eucalyptus left over, and this willow doesn't really look well in a floral arrangement without flowers. So I thought maybe I could dry it somehow so that I could make a Christmas wreath later this year.
Do you recall when we were young, running from all things at once without thinking twice? And I knew it would catch up and that we would be the ones left behind. The stories I've been told, they never seem to leave my mind. And this road that I am on, I gotta stay here for some time.
From what I know, it's best to dry flowers or any kind of greenery upside down. So I made a little garland that I could hang against the wall here in the house so that these can dry over the next couple of months as we get ready for Christmas.
Time is gone and I grew up. I somehow made it through without losing sight. And I still wonder where you are and if you found a way out from the dark. The stories I've been told, they never seem to leave my mind. And this road that I am on, I gotta stay here for some time.
Now the tea leaves dried in my oven for many hours. I even stopped it and went to bed and started it up again the next day. Alright, so I think that these are cool enough, so I'm going to put them in a jar. To be honest, when I took this out of the oven, I thought this had lost its smell, but you've got to crush it to really get that overwhelming, gorgeous eucalyptus smell. Oh, I'm so glad it worked. All right, let's fill this jar. Miss any. This is a big privilege. I did not think that I would ever get to have my own eucalyptus tea. And it smells divine. Wow, so good. One more jar of tea that I can add to my cupboard, which very soon is going to need some organizing because I'm just putting stuff in jars and putting it in there. So I'll make a better system for that in the coming days or weeks probably. It's middle of summer, so there's a lot going on. But while this eucalyptus was drying, I did some more research about the benefits of eucalyptus, and I want to give them to you because I think it's good to be able to know how to do all this, but I think what's going to inspire you all the more to do it is if you know how good it is for you or the specific things that it can treat or be good for. So let me read to you what I've come across. Eucalyptus has been used to treat colic or fever in children. Interesting. Others have used it to treat diarrhea, motion sickness, nausea, indigestion, vomiting, menstrual cramps, inflammation, and some people even say that it slows osteoporosis, or at least slows it down or prevents you from getting it. And I read somewhere also that it could be a good treat for cancer. Anyway, that's just what the internet and people say or have noted in studies. I've seen lots of creams or teas specifically targeted to colds or sore throats that had eucalyptus in it, so I think there is something to be said about that. If you've made it thus far, thank you so much for watching this video and learning more about eucalyptus. I hope that you can source some and find some in your area. I know it was just by some nice blessing that I met this lady who had a bunch of eucalyptus in her backyard, and I know that that doesn't happen often, but I was thinking that maybe even if you get a flower arrangement from someone that has eucalyptus in it, you could try to figure out where that came from, smell it, see if it's fragranty, and if you could dry it and preserve it. The other thing I thought about sourcing eucalyptus is just speaking to people in your area, speaking to neighbors. I mean, this lady doesn't live too far from us, so in this climate, her eucalyptus tree is flourishing. So there must be someone else who has started one or has one in their backyard from a long time ago. Who knows? We just don't know the stories until we start asking. I'm surprised when I'm out picking things and people run into me that are, living in that area, starting up a conversation with them and saying, this is what I'm picking, and oh, I love doing this, and hearing them sort of offer the things that they have in their backyard to come and pick. This is how we source things, and it's such a beautiful culture to get back to discuss with people what we're doing, what we're after, and to share with one another. I have loved getting to sort of be in that experience as I'm out and about looking for things, foraging, or meeting people who have like these eucalyptus branches were just used at an event for some floral decorations in flower arrangements, and just going out and asking for more information. Where did you get these? Opened up a door to a whole bunch that I've now been able to dry for tea and then putting up around my house for decoration. So talk with people, hear where they're getting stuff. I bet you they would even love to tell you about it and probably would love to share with you. So get out there, get in the community, and as always, thank you for watching, and happy tea making. And if you like content like this, please stick around and catch you over our next videos. Bye.